I bet you have a million things on your to-do list and no idea where to start. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to tame your to-dos using the full focus daily big three method. So I'm going to explain why this guy gets it right and why this guy might have gotten it wrong. And I'm going to help you decide what should make the cut for your daily big three. So here's the problem with giant to-do lists. If you're like me, you've often had 12, 15, 20 things on your to-do list for a given day. And here's the problem with it. It's too much. You're being too ambitious with what you can accomplish in the course of a 24-hour period. This always leads to stress and feeling like a failure at the end of the day because you're always out of hours, but there's still more items left on the to-do list. Seriously, too many to-dos, too many items on your to-do list are just gonna dilute your focus and actually decrease your productivity and prevent you from getting the stuff done that matters most to you, your priorities. Enter the daily big three. There's nothing magical or fancy about it. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's the 3 items that are the most important for you to get done in a given day, a single day. It's your daily big three. This is a concept that's outlined in Michael Hyatt's full focus system for his full focus planners, but it's really simple but deceptively difficult to actually get done. Because the key is you have to pick 3 items that are aligned with your personal priorities and goals. That's really the work, the effort that needs to go in here. This method is more about the quality and impact of your to-do list than the quantity of items that you can get done. Are you getting the right things done every day? Which brings up this point. Why not just one thing? If you're like me at all and you've been around the productivity YouTube community at all, I'm sure you're familiar with Ali Abdaal. Love the guy. But he actually in his videos kind of advocates for like one thing. He calls it your daily highlight.
I ask myself one question, which is what is the most important thing I need to do today? That's my daily highlight. And then I have a might-do list. This is just stuff that I might do later in the day.
Everything else in his mind is your might-do list. And it does help take the pressure off, but here's why I think Michael Hyatt's full focus system gets it right. Because a daily big three, that 3 is 1, it feels like a magic number, yes. But 2, usually I'm trying to make progress in multiple domains of life that are really important to me. It might be my fitness, my relationships, it might be my work. Usually I want to capture a couple of high priority items that I get done each day. For example, working out might be the most important thing for me to get done today, but I also want to have room in my big 3 to also have maybe an important work task or maybe an important relationship related task to incorporate into my day. So again, it's 3 items, but you still get that benefit of only having those 3 items being your goal tasks to accomplish that day. If nothing else gets done today, you can feel great knowing that those 3 items have been accomplished. So let's talk about the criteria for your big 3. We want to distill, to boil down, to select, to narrow, reduce, to cleanse, to prune your tasks into the ones that are the most essential to accomplish your goals. So it's not just tasks related to your goals, it's the ones that are the most important to help you achieve them. And here's the benefit of narrowing down your focus. You're gonna have the increased clarity that you need to be effective in your time management, and not just effective in your time management for other people's priorities. It's about your priorities. And here's the crazy thing, when you focus in on what's most important to you, it's gonna reduce the stress when things aren't accomplished that you recognize weren't originally part of your plan to begin with. And it allows you to clearly communicate with those around you what your focus is on. It helps you become an advocate for your own priorities. Now let's do some practical tips here. We all understand why this is important. It makes sense as to why the daily big 3 or the daily highlight, whatever system you use, it makes sense as to why it works. Here's one thing I can promise you, it's not gonna work if you don't actually do it. Do it! So they have to be visible. They could be on 3x5 cards, they could be on sticky notes. If you're like me, they could be in the full focus planner. Again, not sponsored. But the most important thing is that they are visible. Every day I show up at work and the first thing I do is not open my email, it's not talk to my boss, it's opening up my planner and looking at my daily big 3 and filling them in. They're not all going to be job related tasks, they're not all going to be relationship tasks. They're going to be those 3 things that are most important to me that will help me make progress in the domains of life that I'm trying to make progress. My spiritual health, my mental health, my physical health, my relational health. These are the things that matter most. And this is why something like the daily big 3, while simple, becomes enormously important to actually put into practice, which is why I have one more tip that you can follow to really ensure that you actually implement the process, that you actually take action on what matters and stop watching YouTube video after YouTube video for the magical hack that's going to somehow fix all of your productivity problems. And that one tip is subscribing to my Substack, Riley's Focus Friday. It's the first link in the description below, and every Friday I'm sending practical tips on how to actually get your life in alignment with your priorities. I'm really passionate about this because it's one of the biggest struggles I've had in my life. And so everything I've learned about it from creators like Ali Abdaal or from people like Michael Hyatt, these are the things that I want to share with you to help you tackle the same problems that I've been wrestling with for years. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, and you can watch this video as an introduction on how to use the full focus planner. Until next time, may the force be with you. Always.